We're glad everyone's here today. We're super excited to celebrate all these fantastic entries that we had this year, both the entrants that are here today, as well as all those who, unfortunately, were not able to make it to the stage. We had all sorts of entries this year for the Roxy Lancaster Children's Holiday Riding Competition. We had 293 entries spread across all grades. That came from 8 different schools in 2 different counties. This year we expanded to top end Elmore County. Unfortunately, we didn't have any entries from Elmore County, but we did have several from Montgomery. So we're very excited that we were able to expand this year and spread this competition to the river region. As we get started, there are a number of people I would like to recognize and thank for their work for the program, as well as all sorts of different contributions we've had to make this entire thing possible. First of all, we've got Ms. Yvette Jones-Smedley in the Department of Cultural Affairs, both the formerly known as the Armory Learning Arts Center, now the Montgomery Cultural Arts Center, as well as the Montgomery City County Public Library System, fall under this department in the city, and all sorts of other departments and all sorts of different enriching things here in our city. So it's very glad we're able to do this kind of thing. I'd like to thank Ms. Nate Morgan and the staff at the Montgomery Cultural Arts Center here for all the assistance and hosting us and everything else for today. Ms. Eloise Holmes and the staff at the Montgomery City County Public Library System where I work. We've got the judges for this competition came from the Arts Council of Montgomery's Board of Directors, as well as the Alabama Writers Forum. We're very thankful that they were able to take the time and read through all our different entries and help us select from all the, it's a hard choice. I don't envy that job. I do envy that they got to read the different entries that we had. Ms. Jean Thompson, who is the Executive Director of the Alabama Writers Forum, actually ended up donating funds to make sure that we were able to get books into the hands of all winners for this competition, both those who placed first, second, and third, as well as those who are honorable mentions. So we're very thankful for her contribution that she made. The next reasons for our prizes were also donated. They were donated by Health at Home. We're thankful to them for being willing to give to that, so that we're able to have an easier way to package these things and things for you guys to be able to take your prizes home in. And finally, and most importantly to me at least, our participants, families, and teachers, and school support staff who took the opportunity that we put out there for all of you and wrote all these fantastic essays. We're so grateful for you guys for participating. In just a second, I'm going to hand things over to Ms. Smith. But before I do want to extend one final invitation to you guys. In February, the library has another competition that we do every year. We'll be at our 10th anniversary this coming year for the Voices in Black History speech competition. So I want to invite you guys. The Voices in Black History speech competition is for those who live in Montgomery in 3rd through 12th grade. It is a competition where the competitors write and perform an original speech while in character and costume the Black historical figure. We want to invite anybody who's interested in competing with that to do that, and we're looking forward to seeing any and all entries that we have for that. Without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Ms. Smedley for our opening remarks.
Good evening. It is a delight to look out and see all these faces here during this holiday season as we're celebrating the 12 days of Christmas for the city of Montgomery. And that was headed by Yvette Jones-Smedley, the Director of Cultural Affairs. And it is my honor to have participated in encouraging this contest to be held this year. Last year, they were not able to do it because of COVID. But this year, we were late getting started. We said, well, we have to do this. And we're so happy because this is the largest turnout that we have ever had for to congratulate ourselves. We appreciate your participation. I just want to remind you that, well, before I do that, I wanted to say that the lady who this contest is named after Mrs. Roxy Lancaster, we have members of her family here. I want to tell you a little bit about her. It's my understanding that she was a member of the council, the Arts Council of Montgomery, and she was a writer at the Montgomery Independent for a number of years. And she almost single-handedly continued the committee that hosted this contest across the city and the region. And we have with us today descendants, her children, and some grandchildren. So I've got a grandchild, so I want to name them and allow them to please stand. We have Jody, her son, we have Joanna, and we have her twin daughters, Lavana and Roxana, and we have her grandson, Adam, and his wife, Rachel, and their grandbaby, or their child, and her great-grandchild, okay, Phoenix Luna. So let's give a round of applause. I also want to do a shameless PSA for the rest of the 12 days of Christmas that we are hosting. The library is participating as one of the events that we're having next week, Friday the 17th. They will be having a family games the night before Christmas evening. It will be open to the community. There will be games played. We will have Santa on property. We will have refreshments, movies, cookies, and some of everything that's going to be happening at Montgomery Public Library. This is at the Julia Hampton branch, Morgan branch on Lawrence. So please look for that on our website, mgmcityevents.com. You will also be able to participate in a sing-along that's going to be on the 21st. I'm jumping around a little bit, but that's going to be on the 21st of December at the riverfront. And you can come out and we'll have little books that you can sing along with the choir, with the band that will be there. That's Capital Sound that will be providing the music. And then to just jump back to this week, I still have the parade that is tomorrow evening at 6:15 down Dexter Avenue. And then on Saturday, and we're really excited about this, we will have a holiday movie marathon that happens from 10 o'clock a.m. until 8 o'clock p.m. Free movies, Frosty the Snowman, Polar Express, Mickey Mouse Christmas, Jingle Jangle, and the Christmas Journey. And we're really delighted to have that piece because when it was released on Netflix, it never had been seen on a large screen. And we will be the first viewing of it on a large screen here in Montgomery. This is at the Davis Theater. Again, all this information is listed on our website, mgmcityevents.com. And without further delay, I want to mention all of the people that we have tonight. I won't repeat that, but they really, let's give them all a round of applause. But most important for all of our middle writers, our future writers that we have out there that put all their hearts and souls and seasoned spirit into this event. So we appreciate it. So let's give a round of applause. Everybody and without further ado, if you have questions for me, you can reach it at the Department of Cultural Affairs at any time. And now we have the announcement of the winners, which will be by and again. All right, thank you.
Myself to be a little bit thoughtful here. All right, the thing that we are all waiting for, and as we do this, I'll go ahead and ask for pictures are going to be after everybody has been announced, after we close out the ceremony. So we're not going to do pictures as we are handing out the awards. The way I'd like to ask to do this is when your name is called, come on forward, and we're going to pass you the table. And if my table holders will come ahead and come on up. And we'll get those prizes. Each recipient is going to get a gift bag, a certificate for participation, as well as their original entry so that they can save those fantastic essays, poems, or whatever was submitted. I know we had a pretty good variety this year, different types of entries. And then we'll head back for my first through third place people. Whenever you come up to get your stuff, if you will pause, we have Mr. Bill Ford here, who is going to read those entries for us. so we can see how great they were. So we're going to start with first grade. For first grade, our competitors, let me grab my list real fast. We had a Armstrong entries. Here today are Ava Armstrong, Danny Chi, Sarah Grace Howard, Cassie Payne, Evan Joy, and Reagan Youngblood. For our first honorable mention for first place, we have from Forest Avenue Academic Magnet, Miss Ava Armstrong. From Forest Avenue Academic Magnet, we have Miss Sarah Grace Howard. From Forest Avenue Academic Magnet, we have Reagan Youngblood. And also we for our first grade honorable mentions. First grade, third place is Mr. Danny Chi from Forest Avenue Academic Magnet.
Last December, I went to Gatlinburg Village and I ate a chocolate donut. Next, I went to the candy apple shop. The candy apple was yummy. Last, I made some almond shapes in the snow at over Gatlinburg. I felt happy because it was fun.
First grade, second place from Forest Avenue Academic Magnet is Miss Cassie Payne.
Once there was a little girl named Cassie. Wonder where she got that. Cassie loved Frosty the Snowman, but it never snowed where she lived at the beach. Every year she wrote a letter to Santa asking for snow so she could meet Frosty. On Christmas Eve, a loud thump woke Cassie up. She crept up downstairs and saw Santa and the elves putting presents under the tree. Santa saw Cassie, smiled, and said, "Come on, hop in the sleigh." Cassie hopped in and away they went. After flying over deserts, trees, and mountains, they finally got to the North Pole. "Your present is waiting beside the workshop," said Santa. "Out popped Frosty." "Hi, Cassie. I have so much fun planned for us today." First, Cassie and Frosty had a snowball fight. Then they raced down the streets and ate cookies from the bakery. Finally, Cassie and Frosty built a snowman named Carly. "This is the best present ever," said Cassie. Cassie, wake up." Cassie's little brother Anderson woke her up. "Come see what Santa brought." Cassie stretched and smiled. She had already gotten the best present ever.
And first place for first grade category from Forest Avenue Academic Magnet is Adam Joy.
Okay, they requested that Adam stand up here while I read his essay. Come on up, Adam. The title of Adam's piece is called Last Christmas. Last Christmas was a great night. First, we put up the Christmas tree. It was very tall, and it had a bright star. Next, I put milk and cookies on a table for Santa. The cookies were yellow, blue, and sweet. Last, I waited for the present. It was a Lego dragon. I think it was the best Christmas ever. I love dragons, Adam. See, I got them behind me. I love dragons. We both love dragons. Fist bump. Hey, great piece.
sit up here and hear this as we read out. For second grade, we're going to begin with our honorable mentions once again. Second grade honorable mention from the Forest Avenue Academic Magnet is Miss Annie Coe. Awesome job. Second place honorable mention from Forest Avenue Academic Magnet is Bradley Ditz. Second place honorable mention from Forest Avenue Academic Magnet is Kylie Kwan. Second grade, third place from Forest Avenue Academic Magnet, Kevin Chen.
Come over here, Kevin, and stand in front of me while I read it. Come on. Stand right here. Henry and his family lived in a small town. They were planning to have a trip to the forest nearby at Christmas. In the morning of Christmas, after they packed everything they needed, Henry's sister Ruth, and their parents hopped into the RV to start their holiday trip. When Dad was driving, Ruth and Mom were watching Bobby have a holiday show. Henry was not interested at all. Instead, he was looking out of the window. Suddenly, something big caught his attention. "Watch, Mom, a monster!" cried Henry. "There's no such thing as a monster," Mom replied with her eyes stuck to the show. The RV was in a ditch now. "What should we do?" Henry shouted. At the same time, the ground started to rumble. Here came the monster. Big friendly creature helped the RV get out of the ditch. Then it quickly went back to the forest. "We didn't even have a chance to say thank you," Mom said. "Merry Christmas, dear friend," the family shouted together. Great. That's how I want to speak for it.
All right. Second grade, second place from Forest Avenue Academic Magnet, Ms. Bella Lee.
Come over, Bill. Bella's piece is entitled Becoming a Santa Angel. On Christmas Eve night, a girl named Sarah woke up to a strange sound. Boom, boom. She saw Santa holding a boom box and dancing on her roof. She went outside very confused to ask Santa why he was here. Santa said she was the nicest girl in the whole world, so he was having a party on her roof. Santa even said he would take her to a place where she wanted to go, and he did, to a Santa world. Suddenly, Santa world was rocked by an earthquake. Then Santa got injured and got hospitalized for so long. Sarah was a replacement for Santa Claus. She got emails from everyone asking why Santa is a girl. But she knew girls could be Santa too. Everyone called her a Santa Angel. She missed the time with Santa so much. One day, he eventually became healthy again. Sarah burst into tears and worked with Santa happily again.
All right. Second grade, first place from Forest Avenue Academic Magnet, Chrissy Williams.
All right. One snowy winter morning, I jumped out of bed full of excitement. It was the first day of winter break, and my mom had finally purchased the stamps I needed to send Santa a letter. I grabbed my favorite glittery pink pencil and a few sheets of paper. Then I started to think about what I wanted to ask Santa for Christmas. Suddenly, I knew exactly what I wanted in the whole wide world. My letter was short and sweet. Surely Santa would grant my wish. I licked my envelope and closed the seal. I put my stamp in the right corner and wrote to the North Pole in big letters. I threw on my pink bubble coat and a pair of my mom's old work boots and ran as fast as I could to the mailbox. I put the letter in the mailbox and lifted the red flag. When I awoke on Christmas morning, I had many presents and toys, but I did not get my wish. I was sad and heartbroken. Then all of a sudden, I heard a loud truck outside. I ran to the window, and there he was. My dad came home for Christmas. My letter had made it to Santa. It read, "Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is to spend time with my dad. Love, a good little girl." Great story. That's usually when I start crying, so if
I can cry. That was a great story. All right, moving on to third grade. Third grade honorable mention from Eastwood Christian School, Mr. James Bledsoe. Third grade honorable mention from Forest Avenue Academic Magnet, Kylie Marshall. Third grade honorable mention from Eastwood Christian School, Sadler Chloe. All right, third place, third grade, from Eastwood Christian School, Miss Eliza Cloud.
Okay, we got a little person who added the word to the lexicon, as far as I know. Her piece is titled, "No More Fromping on Christmas." Lulu was not excited about her cousins Jonathan and Rose coming to Christmas. Last year, they almost ruined her Christmas. They stomped around the house, cried, and fought over things. 1 week before Christmas, Lulu came home from school, and there they were. Jonathan was pulling the cat's tail, and Rose was destroying her favorite books of crayons. This had to stop. Lulu asked her mom to read her cousins a book to settle them down. Her mom chose A Christmas Story. Her cousins had never heard the Christmas story. Jonathan and Rose loved the story so much that they decided to stop fromping around the house and try to be good. Christmas wasn't so bad after all. So I'm going to be fromping most of the
I think we can go ahead and close the library. Anybody questions anymore? All right. Third grade, second place, from Forest Avenue Academic Magnet, Miss Kylie King.
Okay, Kaylee's piece is called The Christmas Lesson. Come over here. The Christmas Lesson. Wow, You will never believe what I did this holiday. It all started this morning when I was covered by a giant blanket. I was the size of the gingerbread man. It felt weird being the size of it because there was an unusual tingle in my body. That wasn't going to stop me from learning something. I climbed out of my bedroom window into the grass. Since I was hungry, I walked to the bakery. The bakery wasn't full since it was early in the morning. I bought a cupcake, but just as I took a big bite, I saw a hungry pair of people. They looked hungrier than ever. I gave them cupcake, even though they didn't see me. Guess what the lesson is? Better to give than to receive. Thank you.
I apologize, I think I said this dealer's name wrong earlier. Hopefully the first I've done today, hopefully it'll be the last. I'm going to try and do my best with this next one. Third grade, first place, from Forest Avenue Academic Magnet, Miss Sophie Lawrence.
Okay, Sophie's piece is called The Christmas Snowflake. Have you ever wanted to give joy without people knowing? Well, that is what this story is all about. One Christmas Eve, I was sitting down on my porch when a small waddling penguin came out of nowhere and gave me a snowflake. Then I turned invisible. I couldn't believe it. So I ran upstairs to my room and decided to give out presents to my friends, family, and teachers. When everyone was asleep, I went from house to house giving out presents. I finished giving out presents, so I went home. Then the penguin reappeared and gave me another snowflake and made me visible again. So I went back to bed and woke up with everyone happy, even me. I hope you enjoyed my story. Thank you for joining me in my magical Christmas adventure. The end.
Each story, I don't know how we can top this. Moving on to fourth grade. Fourth grade honorable mention from Forest Avenue Academic Magnet, Lady Bright. Fourth grade honorable mention from Forest Avenue Academic Magnet, Brienne Rajesh. Fourth grade honorable mention from Forest Avenue Academic Magnet, Aaron Shin. I'm sorry for that typo. We'll get that fixed and get that to you guys as soon as we can. Fourth grade, third place, from Forest Avenue Academic Magnet, Fatima Khan.
Fatima's piece is titled Winter Fun. Kids get excited for winter. They fall in the snow and get splinters. Hot cocoa, marshmallows, and gummies. These are the treats that are very yummy. Family, friends, relatives, and neighbors, they ask each other to do favors. Decorating trees, making sweets, gifts, toys, story, and laughter. Having fun, making disasters. Giving hope, spreading smiles, fulfilling dreams with a style. Winter comes, winter goes. All of the memories are restored. I am glad and blessed to have explored. Join me to thank the Lord.
My favorite changes I think we made this year to this competition is adding that poetry is absolutely something we want to encourage as well as paint trees. We had some great poems this year, and that's one of them. All right, fourth grade, second place from Forest Avenue Academic Magnet, Connor Adams.
Okay, Connor's piece is called Saving Christmas. One December morning, two kids named Ellie and Jack were looking at pictures from last Christmas, and they thought they saw a part of Santa's body in the picture. So this Christmas, they stayed up and tried to catch Santa that night. When Santa landed on their roof, they went up there to get a look at the sleigh. When Ellie saw something in the sleigh, she went to go get it. She fell in the sleigh. A couple seconds later, Santa got in the sleigh and flew away. Just then, Jack jumped on the sleigh while it was in the air, and he got on it. The next couple of hours, Santa had no idea they were back there till Ellie got cold and asked Santa for a blanket. That got Santa really scared, so that made him crash. While they were crashing, Jack and Ellie got in Santa's bag for protection. While they were in there, they met some elves named Jax, Weston, and Granger. Ellie and Jack got scared and jumped out of the bag. By then, he had already crashed and Santa caught him. The sleigh was destroyed and all the reindeer were gone. So he sent Jack to go and look for them. While he was looking for them, Santa was trying to fix the sleigh. Then Ellie went to go ask two elves if they could fix it. When she went in and asked them, they said yes. Before long, the sleigh was fixed and all the reindeer were back. By then, they only had 6 hours left, so they gathered all the elves and hopped in the sleigh. One by one, the elves went to each house, and all the toys were delivered. Christmas was saved.
All right. Fourth grade, first class, from Forest Avenue Academic Magnet, Minche Kang.
Minche? Well, I'll still read her piece. Minche's piece is called Christmas Magic. On a small island in Antarctica, there once lived a penguin family. There were 5 members, Mom, Dad, 2 older brothers, and the youngest named Lena. Long ago, penguins used to be able to fly like other birds. Lena's life was wonderful and fantastic until their parents were eaten by a killer whale. From that day on, the older brothers treated Lena unkindly. Go get me more fish, the oldest brother commanded. Lena, I want my cozy blanket, added the second oldest brother. Lena flew and caught some fish and gave it to her older brother. As he ate, the second brother demanded, my blanket? Lena rushed to get the blanket from the igloo that her brothers used. Every day, Lena became more and more exhausted as she tried to please her bossy brothers. Meanwhile, Lena's wings got stronger as the older brother's wings became feeble. Soon, the brothers lost the ability to fly, so they had to waddle. Later, while Lena was hunting for fish, she was so tired that she ran into a rock and broke her left flipper. She fell asleep on the nearest island. When she woke up, she saw some snowy white birds surrounding her. Who are you guys? She asked curiously to the young birds. The birds answered, we are albatrosses, and we have no parents. Then Lena noticed her broken flipper. How can I go back home with this flipper, she cried. The large birds got a bandage and tied it to her flipper. She was surprised by the kindness of the young birds. she decided to stay with the birds and join their family. Soon it was Christmas Eve. Lena was happy living with the albatross family, but she felt left out because she couldn't fly. She wished with all her heart she could flutter in the sky too. After celebrating Christmas Eve with her new family, Lena went to bed. She dreamed she was floating up in the blue, clear sky. She was filled with jubilation. The great screeching of her flock family woke her up. She opened her eyes and saw them staring at her with large eyes. She looked at herself. It was magic. The magic of Christmas. She had wings and a beak, and she looked exactly like the albatross. She flew in a huge circle with glee and glided back to the icy ground. What happened to the older brothers? As I said, they gradually lost their ability to fly. The only way they could get to the sea to catch fish was by swimming, and on the land, they had to walk.
All right. Fifth grade, honorable mention. From Forest Avenue Academic Magnate, Anya Agarwal. Fifth grade honorable mention from Forest Avenue Academic Magnate, Ms. Harper Evans. Fifth grade honorable mention from Forest Avenue Academic Magnate, Ayan Patel. Great job to all those. Fifth grade, third place from Daniel Pratt Elementary in Frankfurt, Jude Hyatt. Doesn't look like Jude is with us today, but once again, let's go ahead and read that.
Based on this title, Jude is somewhere thinking really big thoughts. This piece is called Life of the Non-Existent Eyes of the Present Wrapper. The life of a Christmas present wrapper starts out happy and carefree until tiny children tear the Santa out of me. With rips and rips and rips galore, pieces of my body are littered, scattered throughout the floor. I see your smiling faces as you pull out an Xbox or a doll. It takes all my willpower not to straight up fall. The life of a Christmas present wrapper starts out happy and carefree until the swinging trash can lid is all that I can see. It smells so bad in here, and I fear that I'll never see the light of day again as I hear your gleeful cheer. The only thing that warms myself is seeing tiny sprouts growing from my biodegraded self.
Fifth grade, second place from Eastwood Christian School, Garland Thomas.
Garland's piece is titled The Rudolph Rescue Mission. One Christmas Eve, Santa was delivering presents. As he was going down the next chimney, the alarm went off. Santa panicked as the cops arrived. An officer said, "Santa, you're under arrest for breaking and entering." So they put him in candy cane cuffs and drove him to a molding old gingerbread jail. Santa sat in his cell worried because half the kids in the world still hadn't gotten their presents. He cried for help and nobody came. Little did he know, Rudolph, Santa's most loyal reindeer, heard it. Woodall thought of ways to get in, and then he had an idea. If it's just gingerbread, I can eat my way there. The first few bites were amazing, but it soon became sickening. But finally he made it through the Santa. They hugged, and Rudolph got sick. At last, when it was free, they finished delivering presents, and everyone had a very Merry Christmas.
All right. Fifth grade, first place. From Forest Avenue Agnes Magnet, June Kim.
Okay, June's piece is called The Fortune Tree. In the world, there lies one single tree that is special and true. It was a Christmas tree. An ordinary one, you could say, with a single glance. The tree's seed had gone through much, from being tossed in the ocean and to going through digestion in a dragon's stomach. But as it grew, one thing was peculiar. The tree was verbal. It could talk. It could tell one's future. The tree could tell you if a person's future was prosperous or not, happy or sad, but never told anyone's exact details. It was wise. It knew the consequences of the future being changed in the present. The tree loved one boy, Alan. The tree was planted right beside his house, telling people their futures all day. He loved the boy because he was smart, kind, and generous to all the people of the town. He was the only person that the tree could trust completely. Alan was different from all the other people in town. He didn't want to know his future. The boy loved the tree and would spend hours talking to it about his days at school and other things in life. On Christmas morning, opening his presents, Alan went outside with a cup of hot chocolate. He asked the tree, "Tree, why do you not consider trying to dig up your future?" The tree replied, "I haven't thought about that. I'll try and get back to you." Then a couple of days later, the tree glimpsed into the future and saw himself being cut down by Alan. Confused, the tree saw in an earlier future event that was he himself telling Alan that his future would be miserable. Shocked by the event, the tree told Alan, "Destroy me. I do not wish to cause you any sadness, but never ever regret this decision. If I live, you and I will suffer greatly. Burn me down." Alan, greatly trusting and loving the tree, got a torch. He cried as he uttered, "I will never forget you. I am trusting you. I love you." The torch was thrown into the tree's branches, quickly turning the vast tree into ashes. Alan had trusted and loved the tree so much that he was willing to do whatever the tree said. The ashes are still there, getting visited by the boy every day.
Man, it blows me away how much talent is here in Montgomery. Not just in writing, but every competition like this we have, whether it's writing, whether it's speech, whatever it is, we always have just so many fantastic entries. And I will take just a second to encourage each and every one of you, please keep fostering this talent, keep developing it. It really is a talent for each and every one of you. And that is something that I hope is something you can continue to enjoy doing in the future, and we'll keep doing, because all these stories are stories that make the world a better place. So thank you all so much. Let's give everyone here a big hand for this. We're going to have our closing remarks now by Dr. Katie Bell. I want to encourage everyone, once we finish these closing remarks, we are going to have refreshments. We are also going to do our features after these announcements, so please stick around. And once Dr. Bell finishes up, I'll start giving instructions for being able to do these pictures. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for a wonderful, wonderful experience. I sat there just thinking, wow, I worked with good hands. Our children will grow up, reading, enjoying this life. But also, an old-fashioned adopted mother. They all starts at home. So with all of the parents and grandparents that we have in the house, please stand. We salute you for all of the work that you have put into your good child of work to this point. I am so happy that they heard you. Many times they don't. Apparently, you have said, we got to do something else other than Facebook and games. I commend you for that. I also commend our teachers. Commend teachers. Then our teachers do. For picking up that where parents sent them to you. And you have parents to serve. May God bless you and keep you strong, because you do have a task before you each day that you can do your best. But these are our children. These are our children that we must support, must keep moving forward. And they are going to do what we do. They are going to follow our example. So parents, we have a responsibility to keep motivating our children and living right, whatever life we live and right before our children. I just want to thank the life staff for all that they have put in this project year after year. You've done a great job. Please continue with all that you do. We also want to say thank you to Mrs. Smith and the Arts Council. Thank you for carrying us with you as you have moved on your future in that position. It has been a wonderful day. It's so nice being in this nice place. Mrs. Smith, you're responsible for this. So parents, keep moving forward. Keep praying, keep keeping your hand in God's hand, and asking Him to lead you with your children. At this point, you're doing a wonderful job. May God bless you.